Hello lovely people, welcome to Ezra Wellness, where you learn proven ways to healthy living. This is your lady Salome. I'm a nurse and a functional nutrition counselor. In today's video, I'm talking about this vitamin that you have to start taking today if you're not already doing so. So let's dig right in. Thank you so much for subscribing to this channel. I see that I have some new people. Welcome to Ezra Wellness. Please, let's share this video to the whole world so we all grow healthy together. In today's video, I'm talking about a vitamin that you are not taking, you should take, and why you should take this vitamin. And what vitamin am I talking about? It's vitamin D3, the sunshine vitamin. You know, vitamin D is actually a hormone because vitamin D is involved in so many processes in the body. As I was doing my research, about 2,700 processes in the body involves vitamin D3. And most of these processes got to do with our immune system and our body remodeling system. Fun fact about vitamin D. Why do we call it vitamin D? Vitamin D came by its name because it was found after vitamin C. So they named it D. And why is it that now most of us are so deficient in vitamin D? Vitamin D deficiency is now a pandemic because, one, because of the scare of skin cancer, we have less exposure to sunlight. And because of that, most of us have become deficient in D. Also, people with darker skin who live in cold climate areas where we have longer winter months and we are always inside. And because with our skin color, we need longer exposure to get this vitamin D, we tend to be low in vitamin D. So when I was doing my research, that made sense to me why in nursing school, most of the disease condition, they will say that people of color were more at risk than other Caucasian people. And this made so much sense because if vitamin D is involved in so much of our immune processes, no wonder people of color are at risk of the many diseases because low vitamin D is found more in people of color than Caucasians. Also, you know, our decreased intake of fish, like salmon, you know, that is loaded with vitamin D. And then another reason is the use of sunscreen. You see, sunscreen, when you put it on your skin and you go out in the sun, it blocks your body's ability to make vitamin D. So now I see children that are of color that their parents put sunscreen on them when they are going out to play. Your child don't need sunscreen if your child is a dark skin, because we already have melanin in the skin that protects us from the UV rays. So you don't need to put sunscreen on your child because that also prevents them to make adequate vitamin D when they are out. Because of these reasons, that is why we need vitamin D. You could be living in a tropical area like Ghana, Nigeria, anywhere in Africa, or where there is so much sun, or even in Florida, that there is sun all year round. But if you work indoor most of the time and you have limited sun exposure, you could be also low in vitamin D. What are some of the signs and symptoms that would tell that you are low in D? One, fatigue. It's mostly, you know, it starts in the brain. You feel so tired. You haven't done a lot. You wake up in the morning, you're tired. If you're fatigued most of the time, it could be low D. Muscle pain, it could be low D. Joint pain, it could be low D, especially lower back pain. A lot of people have that condition. It could be that you are low in vitamin D. If you're not able to sleep at night, you have a lot of restlessness, it could be that you are low in D. Uncontrolled weight, you've done everything to manage your weight, you're not able to do it. It could be that you are low in vitamin D. Poor concentration could be a sign of low D. Bowel problems with urgency going to the bathroom. If you're a man and you have prostate issues, you're not able to pee, it could be that you have low D. Let's look at some of the diseases that has also been linked to vitamin D. Diseases like hypertension, high blood pressure, diabetes, type 1 and type 2. One study that was done in China shows that children that were treated with vitamin D and fish oil who have type 1 diabetes was able to halt the progression of the disease. So if your child has been diagnosed with type 1 diabetes, talk to your pediatrician, get their vitamin D levels checked. You never know. Also, ADHD, fibromyalgia, depression, strong link between that and vitamin D deficiency. Mental issues against schizophrenia, Alzheimer's disease, Parkinson's, all these diseases have been linked to vitamin D deficiency. Autoimmune disorders like MS, lupus, all these conditions have been linked to D. Infertility, skin issues like psoriasis, cancers, breast cancer, prostate cancer, colon cancer. The list goes on and on and on. With all these diseases and many more, that is the more reason why you want to make sure you're taking vitamin D and check your vitamin D levels. You're saying to yourself, Salome, how much vitamin D do I need to take? Studies show that if your unprotected skin is exposed to the sun and you are somebody of light skin, Caucasian, about 20 minutes, you're able to make about 20,000 units of vitamin D with the sun exposure. So if that person is light skin and they're making 20,000 in 20 minutes, someone like me who have darker skin, we need about 6 times of that sun exposure. So 20 by 6, we are looking at about 120. That is 2 hours in the sun to make adequate D. You could eat some from your food, but that is not enough. So if you are someone who have less exposure to the sun, you need to take vitamin D. Because if you're not taking it, that means your body is going to be in a state called incomplete repair syndrome. And what is that? Let's say something happened to you, you fracture a bone, your body have to clean up dead cells and stuff. What it's going to do is that because vitamin D is involved in so many processes, your body will use just enough to repair you, enough for you to move around. But let's say you had a broken bone, always you're going to have some pain in that area because the repair is incomplete. Because of that, you want to have adequate vitamin D for your body to complete the repair work. So you start to take vitamin D, and what do I recommend? I would say about 5,000 units a day. Talk to your doctor, get your vitamin D levels checked. When they check your vitamin D, the levels are between 30 to 100. You want to be about 50 because that is where study shows that it's optimum for repair work and for rebuilding of the things that your body needs. Also, vitamin D, one thing that it also do with that, with our bone remodeling processes is involved. So when you start to take a lot of vitamin D, and because of the bone remodeling, your body tends to release a lot of calcium into the bloodstream. So when you start to take vitamin D, you also want to bring in vitamin K2 because vitamin K2 helps to put the calcium back into your bones where they belong. Because if not, and you have so much so much calcium in your bloodstream, it could cause soft tissue problems. Also, vitamin D, when you're taking it, you also want to bring on board some magnesium to supplement in the remodeling processes of your bones, your heart, and all the other body processes that vitamin D is used for. The benefits of vitamin D cannot be overemphasized here. It's very important. It's involved in your cardiac health, your bone health, mental health, bowel health, reproduction, lung capacity, all of these. Because of that, you want to start supplementing vitamin D today. An article that was published in 2020 in the American Medical Association's journal, it states that people that were admitted during COVID were people that were low in vitamin D. Also, I have a friend who is a pharmacist who has worked in the cancer department for so long. And she says, Auntie, anytime people get cancer and they come, we check their vitamin D and it's low. So because of this, you want to replenish your vitamin D levels starting today. Talk to your doctor and get your levels also checked so that you know where you are. And then after that, every year, when you do your annual checkup, remind your doctor to check your vitamin D levels. And remember, before you start any medication, protocol, vitamin, you want to talk with your doctor before you do that. Thank you so much for watching this video. Are you new to this channel? Please subscribe to this channel, share this video, and let us all grow healthy together. Until I see you in the next video, remember, this is Ezra Wellness, where you learn proven ways to healthy living. Thank you for your time.